Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and we're going to carry on working with the autumn journal today. I thought it was about time we assessed where we are, how many pockets really we've got, because I've been happily making pockets for the last few videos because I really like making pockets, but we're only doing a single signature journal, so there's only so many I need. So I thought we'd have a look, see how many we've made, what I've got already made. I've got some from Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I don't know what's in there, but I've got my box of those. I pulled a few out from my own stash, and we'll just see how many we've got. I reckon we need about 12, something like that altogether, maybe one or two more. But that's about where I think we need to be. So I've got my box of things that we've been making in the videos here. And these are all the pockets. So let's just pull the pockets out and have a look. I don't think there's any more. Nope, that's their other bits. Not a lot of other bits, so we may be moving on to making journal cards and tags now. So I've got this pocket that I made in a recent video. There's a couple of pockets here from the Autumn Wonder Kit. So these are just standard pockets. I haven't made them thicker or anything. I may back them just to make them a bit more sturdy if I use them. So there's a couple. There's the squirrel that I cut out of one of the Stamperia paper that I thought I might use either. I think it'd be more as a side. I'm not sure. I cut it smaller than I'd originally intended when I cut it out. I'd forgotten that I was going to make it take up about half the page. So I cut it down rather more than I planned, but it looks fine, and I've sewn around it. And we've got our little house that we made in the last video, the last autumn journal video. And after I turned the camera off, I found this little squirrel sitting on my desk, so I couldn't resist. I popped him on the roof. He looked like he looked very cheeky, like he's just stolen some nuts, and he's hiding up on the roof to eat them when nobody can see him. So I thought he looked dead cute up there. So this is our pocket made out of the junk mail envelope. So how many we got? One. I'm not going to count these two at the moment. They're kind of extras. 1, 2, 3. This is a paper bag, which is also can be used as a pocket. I might actually put a thumb notch in there just to make it a little easier to get things in and out. Let's do that while I think of it. Just going to pop this in here. Just kind of makes it easier to get things in and out and see what's in there. I think we need to do a bit of thinking on this actually. It's a bit peculiar in the middle where it was a bit thicker to cut, but anyway, I'll come back to that. I won't do it all now. Right, so that's my paper bag. That's going on here. So I keep losing count, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have our two, where's the other one? I had two of these. Where's the other one gone? Two side tucks, weren't they? Not there. There it is. It was hiding. Right. So we've got our two side tucks. So that's 6. Then this one, another one made from an envelope, 7. And this one, that's 8. Then I pulled a few out from my stash that may work, may not sure. They're not specifically aimed at being autumn journals, but I thought the colour in that butterfly, and there's a little bit of the right colours at the side there, so I thought that would work. Could even work as a side pocket. Maybe a little wide. How big is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches wide. It might just fit. Anyway, I quite like that, so that might go in. That's 9. And there's this one, which is quite nice. It's got I'm just not sure about the little touch of pink. There's a bit of pink here and there in this, so I'm not sure how that'll work. So I may put that up here as an option. And again, this has got it's more peachy. That's just a little slim pocket. with the bird on. I think this is from Artie Maze's Beautiful Birds kit, I think. So that's just a kit one that I had in my stash that I hadn't used previously. So that could go in, just as a different shape. 10, I think we're on 10. And then there's this one, which is again, it's actually very, very similar, or made the same way as this one. It's very similar to this, but instead of folding that bit down, you just cut it across and make a divot here, and it's a pocket there and a pocket there, and it looks completely different. The size of the pocket's bigger. There's also a little tuck here, little tiny tuck. So that's quite nice, and I could easily add, because it's so neutral, I could add some autumnal colours to that. So that's another option. And although made the same way, it looks really different, doesn't it? So that's quite a few. That's about 10. And I know I've made some autumnal things with Roxy's Weekly Challenge, but I can't remember, because I think in the early ones I was definitely doing things for spring. Actually, would that work? It's got the yellow flower. Well, when we're starting to do tags and things, I'll come back and see what I've got. But for the moment, I'm looking for something for pockets. Autumn pockets is what I'm after. So let's see if I've got anything suitable. So I know there came a point when I started thinking I was going to do an autumn journal, and I thought maybe I'll do something in those colours. So this may have been the first time I was thinking autumn. That's going to be going in the journal, but I'll leave it here for now. But I know there's some things to come back to look at that are not necessarily pockets, but things to go in pockets. So these are, I can't remember what they are. They are sort of pockets, aren't they? Are these more floating pockets anyway? That's not autumn, but that could be. Oh, it's a bit pink on that side. No, that's not right. It's very blue. Oh yes, I remember doing this and thinking I love using these colours, and this was definitely for autumn. So that's going to be another one. And then this one as well. Got pocket here. Oh yeah. Very nice. Okay, that one. I think that is a pocket, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's more of a journal card with a pocket, really. So it's not, it can go in my, I think it can go in my box. I think I'll put that other one in my box as well. But that's not what we're looking for at the moment, but I think it's worth pulling it out. So I don't know how many more I've got, because I've already used some of the things like the masterboards. I've got a spare masterboard knocking around over there to make tags with, which I think is fairly autumn in appearance. Right, what have we got? Oh yeah, paper bags. I've already pulled out the paper bags, so that's pretty much it as far as Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So I'm just going to pop that back on the shelf now that we don't need them anymore. And then I have my Artie Maze kit, and she definitely has a few pockets in here. So I don't think we almost definitely don't need to make any more. So this is it's like a pair, but they're not joined because they're split here. So I reckon they're meant to both be, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to use that, whether that's meant to be one pocket or two, because it's not, there's this bit of a gap between the two there. But it looks as though it should be joined together. Oh, I think they're two pockets, but they're just like a matching pair. And I've got another pair here as well. So I may use one of each, but I'll cut them out, and we'll certainly have enough pockets now to get started. So let's just cut those out. And yeah, we've got all the pockets we could possibly need, I think, now. Probably more than we need. So now it's time to really start looking at making some things, or seeing what we've got, what we need to make to go in the pockets. Tricky to cut out. I might be using the wrong scissors for this. They're not very good at curves, those scissors. These might be better. I've got these printed on 160 GSM, but I'm just not entirely sure whether it's substantial enough. I think it probably is. I mean, I've seen Rachel making pockets out of just book page or copy paper pieces, so I think this is probably okay. I rather like this one, this butterfly golden pumpkin. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, that'd be a nice pocket. I don't think I need two of those though. And same with this. These ones, they're clearly meant to be, they're opposites, so I could cut them both out. Depending on where they go in the journal, I'll use one or the other, depending on which side of the page that they're on. So I might just cut these two out. And I think we'll put our pockets aside and have a look at, we have not got many tags yet, or journal cards. We've got a few that I've just made along the way, but really not many. But there are quite a lot of things in the Arty Maze kit, so I think what we'll need to do today, it's not the most exciting thing to be doing, but it has to be done. It's all part of the process of getting the journal together, is to do back some of the tags that are in the kit, and we might get a chance to start decorating a few as well. Let's try and do that. I've made a start. Now I think there's some tags that didn't get printed somehow, so I'll have to go back and have a look, because I thought I printed them and then I couldn't find them, but I have got some other things and some other tags. So one of the things we've got, so I'm going to put this other little pocket back in the folder. Got a whole bunch of things here, some of which might need backing and some won't. Oh, yeah, there's more here. She's always very good with her ephemera pieces, that she puts lots into her kits, and I'm pretty sure there should be a set of smaller tags. So these are the big tags, and I have already backed them, not terribly well, it's a bit bobbly unfortunately, with some Amazon packing paper. So I'm going to put those to one side because we don't really need to work on them today, and I think I might try and do something about getting rid of those bobbles. I've got another little one here. This is from the Autumn Wonder kit, which I've backed, and I've just got some packaging. I had an Amazon delivery today, so I thought, well, I'm just going to use the packaging to back my tags. So it's quite a nice light colour. So, and it's good for writing on. It's good to use it. Some of these might need a little extra decoration. Some of them will definitely not. They look fine as they are. Okay, that's just one I backed. That's from Autumn Wonder. I just found in my box of bits. Well, I'm just going to put all my all my pockets into my box. So that's nice that they're all done, and I have really enjoyed doing those. I could do 2 autumn journals. I just would love to carry on working with these colours. I'm going to pop these in as well as possibilities. I think maybe not this one because of the pink. I think that's not going to go in. But I think we need to concentrate on some tags now, and possibly the next thing to do will be to make some with that final masterboard that I have, that I made as part of Roxy's Weekly Challenge. And I thought, actually, some of the colours, I think the colours are okay to use in this journal. We'll see how it looks when I'll cut it up, really. I have to decide, is it going to be tags or is it going to be journal cards? We'll have a look at it on the back, I think, and see how it... that might be big enough for something. Right, let's get these little bits out of the way. Put that to one side. And let's pull in this piece here. So I think the colours in there would work quite well in well, certainly some of it, not maybe so much this bit. So maybe what I'll do is I'll cut it down here and make this into a journal card. That's what I'm going to do. Because the pink is not really going to work in this journal. Lovely though the colour is, and lovely though this piece is, I really like it, but it's not going to work. Because you often need a large journal card. I always find I need one. I like a big journal card to go in the belly band, which we haven't made yet. Thinking about it, we have not made a belly band. Thank you for reminding me about that. I always do like a belly band, but I've forgotten all about it. Although there is an option, there are some options for belly band making. Oh, just grabbing the Autumn Wonder kit, and I had thought there was a couple of there's another tag that needs backing. There's still a few things I can cut out and use. There's some envelopes. There's a few things in here. I mean, this kit is just amazing. So much in it. I wonder if one of these two would make a fabulous belly band. What do you think? I think so, don't you? So, and that's a journal card. Okay, let's cut these out. Okay, oh, no, let me just carry on. So I've got this. This is a journal card. I'll have to go in my to-do box to be finished. Not that there's much you can do, but it will need something finished to finish it. And then this one as well. How big is that actually? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 3/4. So that'll be okay. What I was looking for, before I so rudely interrupted myself, was the corner rounder for this. Let's do that before I distract myself anymore. And we'll come back and perhaps try and put something on this to finish it off. Okay, it's hard to know which way around to put it really. Okay, I'll pop that in the box. This has got to be covered. Put that with my pile for, not covered, backed. Right, but I think we'd better do something with these, haven't we? We are definitely going to need some reinforcing, I think. So See how tall they're going to be. Just measure them on my board. So it's just shy of 8 inches, about 7 3/4, possibly a bit less. Yeah, just a little over 7 3/4 high. So they hopefully will fit on a page somewhere. I really like the sunflower one, but I like this one as well. They're both really pretty. I don't think they need a lot. They need backing though. They do need a bit of reinforcing. What can I use? Well, I suppose the best thing to use would probably be a bit of book page if I've got any tall enough. I've got these bits that I glue on. Is that going to be tall enough? Yes, it is. Make sure this side isn't sticky, so things don't stick as they go into the journal. Okay, I think I might put it on there. Is that going to be thick enough? I think it will. I hope it will. I'm just wondering whether to double this over. I might. I do like a sturdy belly band. Let's see. Oh, but then I've got the stickiness on the outside, haven't I? That wouldn't work. I need the stickiness on the inside if I'm going to do it in a double. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'll just glue this shut and then glue this on, cut round it and ink it. Right, so this is all inked around and it's now feels quite sturdy now, and I've done the same with this one. While I was at it, I just did the same. One of them would be a belly band. It is possible I might use the other one as a side tuck, full length side tuck. I've obviously got my shorter ones that I made, but you never know, so I'm going to keep them both on standby. I'm not going to decorate them. I think whichever one I use as a belly band, I might put a little bit of scallopy lace at the edges, some of that crochet lace that I have. I think that would look quite nice at the edges, just to soften it a bit. So that's those two. And while I was briefly off camera, I did back this one, rounded the corners and inked around that as well. So I've just backed up with some more of the packaging. And this one's also inked and ready to go. So I thought we might be able to decorate those two today. I also, when I was looking in my folder with some Autumn Wonder stuff, I found these two little pieces, which have both been backed. They must have been backed previously, so they're both ready to be used as little journal cards. So I thought, well, I'll put those in my box. And then these two tags, maybe we'll get to do a bit of decorating on them as well today. We'll see. So they certainly could do with a little something, couldn't they, even if it's only a word. And there are quite a lot of words in the kit. The Autumn kit, Autumn Wonder kit, but I also have some words in some new words, so I might use one or two of those, although they're a bit big, I think, for the little tags. Anyway, enough of that waffling. Let us have a look at these two and see what I have got in my box of tricks. It's getting a lot smaller, this box. I've used a lot more of it now, but I still haven't had to actually cut up any new ephemera yet. I was wondering, I thought, yes, I think there was a bird in the Autumn Wonder kit, which it looks fit on there nicely. needs a bit of something behind it. And I have got this owl. Would he look better on there? It's too big. It'd go on there though. Would he go on one of the tags? That's a thought. I haven't cut these up yet, but I could put him on one of those. Okay, that would look better, I think. So what about, got some ear of corn. That would be a little bit blendy there, wouldn't it? So let's see if there's any other large pieces. So I could, could I? Could I? Back the bird. Got this big piece of oak leaf. Maybe that could go on here like that. Maybe that would look okay behind the bird. Something like that. I might just trim his branch a little. So, because I don't want to lose the acorns. I don't know if that works. Don't think about that one. Let's see if there's anything better to go on this, because although it's a good size, it is a bit yellow on yellow there, isn't it? I've got some quite large, got these mushrooms. They might look quite nice on there. Or I've got this, oh no, that won't look, that won't work on there. So yes. What else have we got? A few bits and pieces. Got this ticket. Maybe I can put the ticket behind him. I don't know. Just need some bits to kind of make him stand out a little bit. I'm not quite sure what that has to do with autumn though. But oh well. Quite a few small things, not as many big things as I'd have liked. How would that look on there? Yeah, I wasn't sure at all about that, because we've got a lot of orange around the edge. I quite like that. Is that weird, having a bow with some mushrooms? I don't know. Probably is, but I'm going with it. Well, I do have butterfly to sit on the mushrooms. I'm just trying things out at the moment. Nothing is set in stone. Not sure about that, but I might try that instead. It's a bit large. I've got a smaller one. I know I used one for my little house. This piece. Don't usually do two at once. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but oh yeah, anyway. I think I'm kind of letting things sit for a moment while I can go and do a bit more work on the other ones. I'd like to show the acorns. I did. Should be a smaller one, but of those, but I might have used it. I have got a smaller bow. Would that work better? Don't know. I'm just going to get all the ephemera on here, aren't I? The way I'm going. Quite like that up there. So I think I'm just wondering, is that the same? Is that as the same side? I don't know if this is square. I think it is about square, so I don't think it matters which way round. This is wider this way. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. Mutter, mutter, mutter. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to figure it out. I just don't know if this works. Maybe that's the bit that's wrong. I do have the occasion, a few leaves knocking around and other bits and pieces in that little tray. Little ephemera bits, so maybe I'll find something better in one of these. I keep forgetting I've got more bits here. Don't know about that. No, not quite right there. No, what I was thinking was, not that, but I've got some leaves. Some autumn leaves. These are Tyvek leaves that I used when I was jelly printing, and I used them to make some marks on my paper. And I thought they were so pretty. I'll keep the actual leaves that I'd been using and turn them into ephemera of them by themselves. And I managed, they're coloured on both sides, but I don't think red's going to work in this. Got some little pieces here from Laurie, LA Treasures. No. In case you hadn't noticed, I struggle with layering. I always have. I love it when other people do it, but I'm rubbish at it myself. Always takes me ages to get a combination that I'm happy with. I think it's because the background's so busy, I need something to hold up against it, and maybe the bird is the wrong choice. Okay, maybe we need to just go for some leaves. Got a bit of lace here that, I don't know, how would that look on the side? I don't want to make this journal card overly bulky, do I? Okay, I'm struggling. I'm going to turn the camera off, have a think, and come back. Okay, I'm back, and I've gone back to our old friend cheesecloth, and I think that's just what I needed. It's actually a bit of coffee dyed cheesecloth that I have. I don't have a lot of it. And I had just kind of plonked these over to one side, and I thought, well, actually, I quite like the bird just sitting on top like that. It looks like it's in amongst the leaves, doesn't he? So I think I'm just going to put them on like that. I'm a lot happier with how that looks. And I just need my glitter glue. I might just try and fray up the edges a little bit before I glue it. There's enough room around the edges to do that. Sometimes you pull it and then it just, you have to just trim off the bits. And well, it's all happening on my phone now. Yeah, well, I'll get to those things in a little while. Okay. Trim it. And we'll put down the art glitter glue. And we'll just put a square of glue in the middle. Let's add a little more around the edges if it needs it. That way or that way. Sorry about that, I'm just gonna... Okay, turn the sound off, gone to silent. I've been sat here for quite a long time this afternoon and I haven't had any messages, and all of a sudden it goes mad. Right, a bit more under here. Okay, that's fine, doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll just put my leaves on. That particular bird is actually part of the Autumn Wonder kit, which is why I'm using it. It had, I'm sure it's in there because it has the warm colours. Though it has got a bit of blue on its head as well. Okay. Is that the way it should be? Or is it that way? I was going to have to go that way now. I'm not going to push it down till I've figured out where this needs to go. Maybe it needs to come up a little bit. Okay. And now the bird goes on in the middle. Actually, I think this should have been over this way a little bit. Oh, it's too late now. It's just going to go in there where it's going to go. Alright, it's going in. Probably should have had the leaves over just a little bit more. I'm just wondering if anything else needs tucking in behind the other side, behind here. No, it's probably going to be overdoing it. Get rid of that blob there before it dries. Yeah. I think the cheesecloth just gives it that little bit of backing that just helps to knock back the background without actually losing the background. Don't really want that catching, do we? Alright, this will be sewn around. I will be sewing around the two belly bands as well. I do like that look. And I've just got a little label here that I've cut and inked, which I'm going to put here. It just says Autumn Vibes. That's there. And I think once it's had some sewing around the edge, I think that will just finish it off nicely. So that's my journal card. I'm happier with that now than I was. So that's going to go in my box. Well, I'll put it to one side and then we can look at it at the end. Now this one, I found a few bits that I might like to go on here. I think I'd still like the mushrooms there, quite like those. I don't really like the way this is curled over. I can get it to lie a bit flatter. Okay, so those can go on there. Now I found this in one of my boxes, in one of my ephemera holder thingies. And I did think actually that looked quite nice up there. But I also quite like this one. Something like that. So I'm not sure. I think actually I liked it tucked behind a little bit. So I don't know if I can really put both on there. It would look a bit silly. So what I might do, well, I had a number of options, but one thing I thought, now what have I done with it? Yes, I have got some of this brown leafy trim, and that could go up the side like that, and I think that might finish it off quite nicely. Maybe I just need to put that up there, or this one. Yeah, maybe that. I'll just ink it and see. Made these years ago. Probably following somebody like Roxy Creations, and before she even did her challenges. Okay, I think that might work. I think I might go with that. Oh, this looks like it needs inking too. See white bits where I haven't cut it very well. Right, let's do it. I'm going to put this one on. And then I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac for my brown leafy trim. It likes to twist, so I haven't put the glue on all the way. I'll add it when I get the bottom bits in place. Got it a bit long, haven't I? And it's twisted. That's better. Okay. Right. Oh, put the pin. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with how it's turned out, I think. Tiny bit to trim off the top. Yeah, little journal card. I think we might need some sort of word on there again. I wonder how I got. Here's my tall everything Charlie words, but I think they're a bit big. Could I put one on here? Just picked up beauty at random. I don't know if that's the word I want. I have got autumn. Will that go there? Or will it go... No, I don't think it works on there. Distracted by the corners. I think I might just reduce the orange frame a little bit. Okay, let's see if that will work. I've got autumn vibes. I don't know if I want to put autumn on there again. No, not quite right. Nope. I've got a live. I think we'll leave well alone. I'm going to sew down there anyway, so I don't think that needs anything. Anything else? Just gilding the lily here. And I think I'll... oh, there were some more words here. I've got Autumn Wonder. Why don't we just put Autumn Wonder on? I think these are meant to go on little tabs because we do have a lot of tabs in the ephemera. I think these are meant to be labels on the tabs, and I've also got file folder, so... but I want to use them as words. Just as labels, should I say. The words already. Right. Autumn Wonder goes down there. There we go. Autumn Wonder. Lovely. Done. I think that's us done for today. Haven't really got an awful lot done, but that's the way it goes. I think we have moved on from making pockets now, at least, and we've used the masterboard, or part of the masterboard, to make a journal card, nice big journal card. And we've got another journal card from the kit that we've decorated, so that's more for the stash. Pop it in my box. And then we've made 2 belly bands, or 1 belly band and 1 side tuck, depending on how they end up being used. They will get a bit more decoration when I've decided which one's going to be used for what. So that's those 2 done. Bring in my box, pop it in, pop them in. And then I've got a couple of little tags here which still need a little something on them, which we'll work on next time, I think. So there we are. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about all the struggle. It's off and away, but I got there in the end. At least I'm happy with what it is, how it turned out. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.